think I'll cross and take my mans out, just kill yourself. In the trenches, 40 on my hip, I had to fix my back.
What's the view? I'm saying,
no, look, they not the official one.
We back on the video, you know what I'm saying? Today, y'all, bruh. We got Haaland Is Not Human, but this one flaw could ruin his career. Okay, bruh. We gonna see what this video holds, you know what I'm saying? If y'all got another Haaland video, you know what I'm saying, that we should watch after this one, put it in the comments, you know what I'm saying? With the link and everything, you know what I'm saying? But let's get straight into this. Make sure y'all like, comment, subscribe, listen to the video and all that, bro. Y'all requesting Haaland highlights. I guess this is Haaland highlights. I mean, I don't know if this is all his highlights, but we gonna see, bro. Make sure y'all like, comment, subscribe. I don't think I already said it already. Yeah. Let's get
2 years ago, I made a video titled Proof Haaland Isn't Human. That video is now gone after a bunch of problems with copyright. But at the time, that sentence was the only way I could convey just how impressed I was with the then 20-year-old striker who had played just 32 matches for Dortmund, scoring 33 goals. And
Jordan, is that fake?
Please scored more than he played.
Boy, how the freak?
He scored more than he played.
So you telling me this man, bro? So 32, man, 33. That's 30,000 hoes. If we adding this all up, actually 60,000, because we're gonna add up all the bro.
Facts.
Somehow
you got it, because you get hoes for being on the field too.
Yes, bro.
You get hoes for being on TV too. So yeah.
It's never been as relevant as it is today. Ever since I heard of the kid who put up
I ain't gonna lie,
when he get the swole though.
Exactly, but I don't like he was a badass kid. Like he was like those bullies. Wait.
What?
What is it? What is these stats?
What the fuck? Wait, why is it 12-0? Why is it 12-0?
And why his shit a full sentence?
Boy,
everybody else got one.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Wait, is that the one game he scored 8?
Bro, I think it is,
waiting
bro.
for him to follow the footsteps of his dad and join the Premier League. But I could never have guessed just how incredible it would have been. Just 2 months ago, I remember talking to my dad about his upcoming debut, saying, I can bet you he will break the Premier League goal-scoring record. And I don't mean one day, I mean in his debut season. It looks crazy. Now like even that prediction isn't quite hitting the mark. At this rate, Haaland is set to score 57 Premier League goals by the end of the season. The record, you ask? Well, that's a measly 32 set by Mohamed Salah in 2018, or maybe 34 by Andy Cole and Alan Shearer in the 90s if you count the old 42-game seasons.
50,000. Let me finish.
In a season.
Yes!
Anyway, like I'm saying, did he just get to Manchester, bro?
Ooh.
Because this is 2022, 2023.
Nah. Wait.
Did he just get to Manchester?
Who?
Haaland. Like, did he get to Manchester City?
Oh, yeah.
He just got there?
Wait. He got blue on right here.
Yeah, he got 57 Premier League goals by the end of the season.
This was made like 9 months ago, so yeah, this is like last season.
So this is his debut season. This season?
No, this is not debut.
No way.
Record, you ask? Well, that's a measly 32 set by Mohamed Salah in 2018, or maybe 34
he talking about when he was
in the 90s if you count the old 42-game seasons. Regardless, at this rate, Haaland should break that record in late January in their match against Wolverhampton, with 17 matches left in the league season. Still, it must be said, I was shocked to see that so many people seemed unsure if he was gonna make it in the Premier League or not. Some of the takes I heard were just insane. Just look at this one.
Erling Haaland will not live up to the expectation. I am so bored.
Why?
Because he isn't the player that everybody thinks he is. People are saying that he's going to win the Golden Boot. It's so disrespectful to the establishment.
Being the City striker,
the Mo Salahs of the world, the Harry Kanes of the world, the Heung-min Sons of the world. Give them the respect to turn up in a new league and win the Golden Boot. That would be a ridiculous achievement, and he isn't going to do it.
How many goals?
So he is a rookie to the Premier League.
Yeah, because I was just saying he wasn't in the Premier League at first.
That's crazy, bro.
That's super crazy. He was trying to gain some hoes and respect.
You're going to score this?
I think he'd do really well to score. If he scores 15, it would be a really good season for him.
That's not one game, right?
Wait. Why did you say one? Oh, no, that's rankings. It's rankings.
Oh.
but
Everybody else got 9.
oh
8,
God,
7.
that's higher than everybody else.
Oh wow, he was stupid.
Yeah,
Or
this
saying
guy
that
has
was
probably
stupid.
regretted that sentence by now, but it is impressive
What the
just how
fuck?
many people thought
What the fuck? Oh!
probably regretted that sentence by now, but it is impressive
First of all, that pass, and what the freak?
yeah, this guy has probably
What
regretted
did
that sentence
Haaland
by
just
now.
do?
But it is impressive just how many people thought he wouldn't make it.
He sacrificed his
There was
body.
Timo Werner, Lukaku, Falcao, Higuain, and even Shevchenko back in the day. But that doesn't mean every foreign striker is just bound to flop in the Premier League. To say that about Haaland just doesn't make sense. In the worst 10-game stretch of his career,
What
he scored
stadium was
4
that?
goals, and that's because
I'm
he
sorry
went
to
through
keep
2
going back,
games in
but
the worst
what?
Oh my God, the freak. That don't look, bro.
Oh my goodness.
10-game stretch of his career, he scored 4 goals, and that's because he went through 2 injuries in a row. And still, at that rate of 4 goals every 10 matches, he would get 15 Premier League goals in a season.
That's
Come on
crazy.
now. It's been 2 months and he has broken so many records, it's hard to keep up. At this very moment, he scored only 1 goal less than the top 4 highest goal scorers of the previous season combined. Just the other day, he scored 2 consecutive hat-tricks. Only 5 players had ever managed to do such a thing, and all of them played at least 9 seasons in the Premier League. Haaland had played just 5 matches before he managed to do it, and 2 games later he got another hat-trick. This time...
Bro, they keep
consecutive
saying
hat-tricks.
hat tricks, dog. Yes, that's 3, dog. Why is the video not
2 games in a row. He got 3.
It's crazy as fuck, bro.
time in the Manchester derby.
That
On his
Boosie
very
too.
2 games later, he got another hat-trick, this time in the Manchester derby, on his very first time playing it. No Manchester City player had ever scored a hat-trick in the derby. Well, I guess one had. Kanchelskis, he did play for City. In fact, he even played with Haaland's father, and he did score a hat-trick in the derby. But the thing is, he scored it 6 years before joining City while playing for United. So, a bit awkward, huh? Well, speaking of awkward, in 2021, Guardiola cried as Aguero left the club after 10 seasons, saying no one could ever replace him. The best start to a Premier League season ever had come from Aguero and Mick Quinn, both with 8 goals in their first 5 matches. But the thing is, on his debut, Aguero scored 2, then none on his second match. On the third, he scored another, and then a hat-trick in the 4th match. But so did Haaland, exactly in that order, an exact copy of Aguero. But on the 5th match, Aguero scored 2, and Haaland scored 3 just to break his record. Seemed almost like he did it on purpose. In fact, he's now only 8 goals away from outscoring Aguero's Premier League debut season, and has already outdone the tally from his 2nd season with City. Speaking of Aguero, his best ever tally in a Champions League season was 6 goals. Haaland is
I was
already
trying
at
to
5
hit you with
Aguero.
that move, dog. This one right
Best
there.
ever.
I was trying to hit you with that, but it ended up going straight towards
What, do you see how his leg is, though?
Yeah, she turned a little bit.
How the fuck? Why is this shit playing?
Already outdone the tally from his 2nd season with City.
It went straight
Speaking
towards
of
you like
Aguero,
an
his
idiot.
best ever tally in a Champions League season was 6 goals. Haaland is already at 5 and he's only played 3 matches.
That's
If he keeps
crazy.
scoring at this rate and City go all the way to
on,
the
dog.
final,
What the
not
fuck?
only could he bring the trophy to the Etihad, he would also end up being at around 43 career goals in the Champions League, putting him above Aguero in the all-time top scorers table, despite being just 22. Also, wasn't it a bit weird that Aguero said, Haaland thought he was alone, but then came Virgil van Dijk and said welcome to the Premier League after their recent match with Liverpool? Don't know about you, but that felt a bit bitter to me. Speaking of bitterness, if someone has a reason to feel that way, it's Harry Kane. Haaland has been so incredible that he completely outshined what has been Kane's best ever start to a Premier League season with 9 goals in 10 matches. The Haaland talk has been so overwhelming that it seems I've heard no one talk about that. Another crazy thing, Michael Owen was the Premier League's most impressive wonder kid, probably ever, and maybe his most impressive record was scoring his 3rd hat-trick at just 19 years of age after only 48 matches, the all-time record. Well, Haaland just broke that record, scoring his 3rd hat-trick after just 8 matches, 40 less than Owen. Michael Owen would go on to become the 2nd youngest player to ever win the Ballon d'Or, so I'd say Haaland's chances at snatching next year's award are already pretty good. I could keep going, there's a million stats like this already, but the most impressive thing of all is that, as I was saying before, this isn't new, at least not necessarily. Haaland has been impressive since he was born. Everyone already knows that he was born in England and that his father is Alpha Hinga, former captain of Man City, and there's that picture going around showing that his cousins are also footballers in both.
What is that? What is that? Jordan.
13 goals,
Jordan.
13 matches, 10 goals.
64 goals.
153 matches, 106 goals.
Wait, no, I'm finna bug up. 37 matches, 64 goals.
What? How many goals is he scoring a game?
Y'all, put down right now in the comments, bro. What in the freak?
Do the maths.
Who is this? Who is this right here?
All his cousins, dog. They always see it all has Haaland.
Oh my.
There's something land at
Gosh,
the end,
dog.
dog.
This is crazy too. Dog. Both of them, all the bitches is crazy, bro. Come on, bro. What is
Why
happening?
he throwing
now?
up foes?
Come on, you're not for PF.
Scoring at ridiculous rates, and that's real. Haaland just had his competitive debut and scored his first goal despite only getting 7 minutes of game time. Jonathan just got transferred to a first division team in Norway after scoring 11 goals in 7 matches, and he even has a sister who's also a professional football player.
Oh, shit.
But what many fail to realize is that those two cousins come from his mom's side of the family, and guess what? She's also amazing. She was a track and field athlete specializing in heptathlon, an event where you have to do everything very much, from sprinting to high
fuck
jump.
did he just do?
Look at
Where
that.
you have to do everything very much, from
the fuck?
sprinting to
I don't know what that. What's
high
up?
jump and even javelin throw.
the
And
ball?
she's literally the Norwegian champion in this sport. So
I'm telling
that's
you,
where
like a
Haaland got
badass
his
kid.
cyborg genetics from. It was also his mom who insisted he did track and field from a young age, and before you claim that doesn't mean much, let me tell you that to this day, Haaland is still the world record holder for the longest jump ever recorded by a 6-year-old.
Huh?
Which sounds insane. They also put him up for all kinds of other sports, from skiing to tennis.
That's
and
not
volleyball,
Haaland though, right?
Because
I was gonna
Alfie
say.
thought playing different sports would allow him to
Bugger.
develop every side of his body from a young age.
That's crazy.
And if young Haaland wasn't obsessive enough already, when they moved to Bruyne, the city was so isolated and cold that their 5-a-side indoor football pitch was the only place where you could keep busy.
That's
So
crazy.
Haaland was always in there training, and
Wait, did you say
know
get
what's
busy?
Why
funny?
does he look so
The
tall?
only proof we
No,
have
no.
of a young Haaland having
busy.
fun
Oh,
is that
hell
rap
no, that
video
nigga
he
look
once
tall as a
recorded
bitch.
with his friends, and even there, I kid you not, one of the kids is Eric Botheim, who's now playing in Serie A, and just a year ago destroyed Mourinho's Roma with 3 goals and 3 assists in a single match playing for Bodo Glimt. And the other kid is
goals, 3
Erik
assists?
Sandberg, who's now playing in the first tier of Norwegian football. It seems he was always surrounded by footballers. Maybe that's why from the moment he began playing football, everything happened so fast. At the age of 4, he began playing for Bruyne FK, and with his first 2 touches, he scored 2 goals and was put to play with the older
Why is he, bro?
His first, you hear him, the first 2 touches, he scored 2
With his
goals.
first 2 touches, he scored 2 goals and was
First game.
He's 4.
4 years old.
4.
Does he even know how to walk? Does he even know how to talk straight? Does he even know how to say a full sentence?
And he talking about first 2 touches, 2 goals.
Bro, he probably, bro. Oh my God, bro. He probably didn't even know how to spell goal, dog. Come on, dog.
put to play with the older kids. By the age of 15, he was already playing for the main squad in the Norwegian 2nd Division and had scored 18 goals in 14 matches for their B team, playing among fully grown adults, which brought him offers from Offenheim and Molde. So he joined the second, being coached by Solskjaer, and once again he quickly moved again, 1 season to adapt, and then one where he averaged a goal contribution every 93 minutes, despite still being only 17, and he was off to Red Bull Salzburg. This team was phenomenal. Alongside him, he had Hishan, Zoboslai, Minamino, and Haaland owed it all to Mino Raiola, his late agent, and his dad. It must be said these two together performed a masterclass in youth management so far. Every contract was carefully crafted to afford Haaland the highest degree of freedom possible, which, in this case, included a release clause of only 20 million euros, meaning that if Haaland took off, he would easily have every club in Europe jumping at the chance to sign him. Raiola and Alfie had pretty much forced Salzburg to sign themselves away as a stepping stone in Haaland's career. And it went exactly as planned. Haaland scored 28 goals as well as 5 assists in 22 matches for the club, debuting the Champions League with a hat-trick, totaling 8 goals in 6 matches, getting 1 every 44 minutes while...
Bro, what are these stats, dog? I'm not believing it until I see it. No. Why does he keep making different records and stuff, though?
1 goal every 44 minutes? 8 goals every 6 matches?
Totaling 8 goals in 6
8 goals, 6
matches, getting 1 every 44 minutes while taking down everyone from Liverpool to Napoli. But against all odds, when everyone expected Salzburg to be the new 2018-2019 Ajax, they missed qualification to the knockout stage, which meant Haaland had to move. I mean, he was literally the UCL top scorer at that point. He had to be in the competition. But as predicted, his market value was now at an estimated 45 million and his release clause was only 20. But it seemed too early to make the big move to one of Europe's greats, so they pulled off another stunt, getting Dortmund to sign him in January on a contract with a 60 million euro release clause. It was even more obvious than before that they were just another stepping stone, keeping Haaland at the edge of the spotlight while he prepared to take over Europe. And once again, it worked out amazingly for them. After just 59 minutes, playing for Liverpool again, keeping Haaland at the edge of the spotlight while he prepared to take over Europe. And once again, it worked out amazingly for them. After just 59 minutes playing for Dortmund, Haaland had already scored 5 goals, including a hat-trick on his debut.
55 minutes in, it's not even halftime!
He said a hat-trick in his debut.
Bro, Jordan, bro, he literally said before halftime, dog. He said 5. 5? Bro, did you not hear this?
I ain't hear that.
It felt amazingly for them. After just 59 minutes playing for Dortmund, Haaland had already scored 5 goals.
59 minutes, Jordan. The game is not over.
The second half just started. And a matter of fact, it just started.
He already got more holes than everybody else in the team.
He got more holes than anybody else in that city.
Yes, bruh.
Including a hat-trick on his debut, making him the Bundesliga Player of the Month without even playing the equivalent of a full match. Only 1 month after his debut, he was already on 11 goals, having played the full 90 only twice, even scoring 2 against PSG and clocking a 60-meter sprint in just 6.64 seconds in that same match. But against all the odds,
you say 6 to 64 seconds? Stop playing with me.
64 seconds in a PSG.
64 seconds.
Clocking a 60-meter sprint in just 6.64 seconds.
60 meters in 6 seconds is crazy, though.
What the freak?
60 meters.
How the hell? I got this, bro. I don't understand, dog. They gotta show me the clip.
That's basically he was on pace for 100 meters 10 seconds on some Mbappe shit.
Oh, it's basically me. Okay, that's all you could have said. I'm positive.
In that same match. But against all the odds, PSG came back in the second leg and knocked Dortmund out of the competition, leaving Haaland in limbo once again, which would become a familiar feeling. The following season, he would open the Champions League campaign with 6 goals in the 4 group stage matches he got to play, before putting up 4 goals and an assist in the last 16 matches versus Sevilla, before eventually going down to City in the quarters. Even more frustratingly, despite getting the Golden Boy Award, being the top scorer of the Champions League and totaling 41 goals and 10 assists in just 3,500 minutes of football, the German Cup was his only trophy of the season. But if everyone was already desperate to see him move to another club back then, it got worse the following season, with Dortmund dropping down to the Europa League and being knocked out immediately, with Haaland out injured in both occasions. Still, his numbers were once again off the charts, and he had only
Why he gets so up? Why was he in the air like that? He took a step in the air.
And he had only nearly missed out on the Ballon d'Or top 10, which meant his market value had skyrocketed to an absurd 150 million, nearly 3 times more than his release clause. Haaland was once again a kid in a candy shop. It was only a matter of choosing what team he liked best. And after lots of flirting with Real Madrid, he ended up picking his father's...
Oh my God, I'll bug up if he was on Real Madrid, bro.
No, he didn't. No, he wasn't.
If he was on Real Madrid, bro.
I thought he was going to say fucking Ruby Rose for a minute. I almost got up and start swinging. But I'm good now, though. I'm chilling.
You don't need the wool side, bro.
Bro, yes! Because I'm going to bug up.
No,
you would have got so wicked the video
he
would
liked
ended.
best. and after lots of flirting with Real Madrid, he ended up picking his father's old team, Man City. We're talking about a team that have constantly been the favorites to win the Champions League, a team that has seemed virtually unbeatable for the last 5 years, constantly creating chance after chance, many coming from a man who might just be the most prolific creator in Premier League history, a team that seemed to only fail because they could not seem to fit a proper old-school number 9 into their style of play. Now getting to add to their squad, a 22-year-old 6'4", half-man, half-giant that is...
Bro, he's our height.
6'4".
He's our height.
6'4". This nigga big as freak. He big as freak.
Bro, imagine how we would look on a soccer field now,
bro. Yes, bro.
We the same height as Haaland down there,
bro. How still fast like an Olympic sprinter, with nearly 200 career goals already and a special liking for the UCL. It really looks like it's game over for everyone else. But if this fit seems perfect already, let me tell you that...
Why was everybody Haaland though? Did you not pick that?
Once again, they have made sure Haaland has complete control over his future. Without Mino Raiola, who surprisingly passed away in April of this year, Alfie managed to negotiate an impressive release clause deal once more. This time around, Haaland's release clause will only be active after his second season with the club and is set at 200 million euros. But there's a catch. After his third season, it decreases to 175, which is already at this point only 25 million more than what the player is being valued at. And even that seems already very likely to change after the next update to the player's market values, with a trending suggestion being that Haaland should be already set to 200 million. It seems nothing can stop Haaland from completely taking over the sport for the next decade. Obviously, he has the firepower on the pitch. He doesn't seem to be worried with living a celebrity lifestyle. I mean, just look at that video of him walking down some street in Manchester like it was nothing special, or literally any of his interviews. He clearly only cares about scoring goals. And above all, he seems incredibly hardworking. Just look how much muscle Messi has put on over the years. It's incredible. However, I think the hype has led many to overlook just that. His size might just be what will ruin all of this. It's been widely noted across pretty much every sport that bigger, heavier, taller players are much more susceptible to injury. In basketball, players over 7 feet tall are 70% more likely to miss a game through injury. In American football, across every position there seems to be a trend of heavier players getting injured more often. From the higher amount of force being exerted in your joints at every stride, from a higher center of gravity making you more prone to falls, it is a serious problem, and Haaland has already shown to struggle with it. Just last season he missed 95 days, that's 16 matches, more than a third of the season. And in the 2 seasons before that, he missed 40 and 47 days. Even at Molde, he missed 21. Clearly it seems to be getting progressively worse, and it has already been a scare just 2 months into this season. He has already been rested versus Copenhagen, and Guardiola claimed that despite playing versus Liverpool, he may miss the next match and is not fully fit. I guess all we can do is hope for the best, and to all of those that have put bets that he'll hit the 40-goal mark in the Premier League, I hope you're right, but maybe keep an eye on his medical reports.
Well, why did they just call Jude Belgium the clone of Zidane, bro? I'm bugging right now.
What video is this?
Oh,
that just popped up.
Oh God, well, I don't know what the freak that
I'm
is.
scared
bro.
of him, bro.
Freak, bro. But shoot, y'all, bro. Y'all think Haaland, y'all let us know how y'all think Haaland's gonna do. You know what I'm saying? I think he'll do good. I mean, he's not that dang tall, bro.
He's not.
All right, he's not 7 feet trying to play soccer, bro. Come on,
dog. Nobody's 6'4" in the NFL,
dog. Except for me. Anyway, y'all, bro, that's the end of the video. Make sure y'all like, comment, subscribe, comment on the video, post it, and all that, bro. You know what I'm saying? Share the channel and all that, bro. Thanks for the 10K, bro. Merch, y'all know.
Belly trucks with semi-suck, La Harlem turn the city up. Be wild and don't get any fucks. We block stars, they